We're cozy. Had my tea. Lemon ginger by Twinings. Not sponsored, but pretty darn good. You might hear some excessive whining from my baby girl over here. Say hi, baby girl. What are you whining about? What's up? It's not food. What you need? Tell me. Say hi to people. Say hello. Hi, and welcome back to Moments of Essence. I'm Essence. In this video, I'll be sharing some ways that we kind of fall into thinking that we're left behind, and some ways that we can kind of combat these negative feelings. Yeah, Greta, I know, right? It sucks. Yeah, sometimes we feel left behind, don't we? I know. Thank you so much for showing interest in this video. If you are new here, thank you for even clicking on this video. I make videos about travel, solo travel. I talk about my career break. In 2022 as a dietitian, I decided to do more solo travel. I decided to try house sitting for the first time, it's really amazing. House sitting and pet sitting. And I got free accommodations as I traveled, so that was amazing. I also talk about my journey healing emotionally and spiritually, and I talk about my journey as a Christian. I talk about being single, how I quit dating a year ago. I quit dating. Quit it. Cold turkey. This is over a year ago now, and so I'm just kind of figuring life out like most of us are, but I want to know what my path is. I don't want to just do the things that society tells us to do in the time frame that they tell us to do it in. I don't believe in that. I believe that God has a purpose for me. He has a unique path for me, and I believe He has a unique path for you as well. So that's why I make these videos, to remind us that we're not all the same. We don't have to compare our journeys. We can be inspired by others' journeys, but our life's path is going to be special and unique for us. And if you are a believer, we have to trust that God will lead us down the right path. We can have joy and try new things and explore and have amazing lives as single Christian women. That's what I say. So I'm gonna make some tea and get cozy, have a blanket here. I invite you to do the same, get comfortable. We're gonna chat for a little bit, and hopefully by the end of this video you feel a little bit more inspired and less alone and less confused and less lost and more centered and grounded. So if you would like to get some tea as well, I invite you to do that, and we'll chat. Okay, and we're back. So basically, as I was thinking about this topic, I realized there's a few ways that we can kind of feel left behind. And all these are like real life experiences, not just concepts, but things that are happening to me. Maybe they're happening to you too. She's finally settled. Yay. Okay. So the first one is when your friends who maybe you've known for a long time began to go down a different path in life, and it kind of feels that you're diverging because they're taking a certain path and you're taking a different path, and it gets a little bit more challenging to connect. This is part of life and it's tough, but my friend and I had a conversation about this because she has chosen to have a very stable life, married. She wants to grow a family. She wants to move and, get a house and have that dream life, right? And I don't have those things. I don't have a house. I don't have a spouse. I sound like Dr. Seuss right now. I don't have a house. I don't have a spouse. I don't have what rhymes with house. No, but yeah, like I don't have that. I don't have like this dream to buy a house and have 3 kids, right? That's not my dream. Right now, my dream is to have freedom, and that looks like time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. Those 3 freedoms are what I'm working towards right now. So we differ in our lifestyles. She's my closest friend. Hey, if you're watching this, love you. We had a really tough conversation, an emotional conversation about this. Like, what would happen if, I continue on this path that I'm going of like bachelorette life, and she continues to go down her path of family life. What will happen to our friendship? And it's a legit question, but I told her, at the end of the day, it's about will and desire and how much effort we want to put into our friendship and how much effort we want to put into maintaining our friendship no matter what happens in our personal lives. We decide if it's worth it. If it's worth it to stay close, if it's worth it to stay connected, despite how many miles are between us or despite how many differences we have. It's up to us to decide. Like, I haven't seen her physically, like face to face, in a long time. How long has it been? Oof. Let's see. I actually can't put a date on it. I know it's been over a year. I know we've been planning to see each other and spend time, and we will soon this year, but like, we're lucky or we're blessed to have been friends for so long, and lately it's been like at least once a year minimum that we see each other. So that's kind of tough, to have a friend that you only see once a year. in person. Of course, we call and talk and text and everything, but there's nothing better than really physically being with your friend and spending that quality time together. So, yeah. I am not going to cry right now. Okay. So, what happens when you and your friends are in different stages in life? And who's to say there is a stage? You know, like stages means like you're going up, right? We're just in different places, like literally different places, location wise. And she and I are different places financially, you know, when it comes to relationships, we're in different places. So I'm choosing my lifestyle, she's choosing hers. And that's fair, you know. But the question is, am I going to feel like, oh, she's ahead of me in life? Or am I going to support her in her journey and ask that she does the same for me? I think that's what real friends would do, is, you know, acknowledge that you're in different places, but also show that you care and show that you want to support them no matter what. That's a real friend to me. And it won't matter if they're in a completely different place in life. I don't feel left behind, but sometimes I do. Because I know that her dream and her vision for her life is so, it contrasts so much to mine. And like, you know, when we were kids, we would stay up all night, like at sleepovers and stuff like that. And we would talk about, oh, like who's gonna get married first, or who's gonna have kids first, how many kids are you gonna have? You know, we're kids, we don't know anything. We don't know that life is not really designed that way, where you plan it out and it happens that way. But that's a 10-year-old mind, and it just doesn't happen that way, you know. And part of it is just accepting it, and the other part is just asking yourself, how can I support my friend in this place in her life? What does she need from me? That's it. And there's no need to really feel left behind, because you're both committed to your friendship, hopefully. You know, that's my take on that. The other way that we can easily feel left behind is when we see these transitions happening in our family life as well, like our siblings. You know, seeing my sibling really just go full steam ahead in life and kind of check the boxes. For me, I'm not exactly checking the boxes. I'm like checking other when it comes to some things. You know, you have that option, other. Okay, what does that mean? And then I define it. But that's just me. That's what I want to do. Or sometimes family will want you to also check those boxes. Like they'll have some expectations for you, certain expectations of a lifestyle they would like you to have. But there's certain expectations, right? And it could come from parents, it can come from church if you're, you know, a believer. So it's important to kind of know yourself extremely well and being confident in who you are, so that when you do have these conversations with family members and they offer you suggestions or offer you advice, you can go into that conversation with an open mind, but you also know what you and God have talked about, and you also know what your path is, because you're in tune and you're not just accepting everything that people say or put on you. Yeah, I think it's really important to know yourself well, so you know that this works for me or this doesn't work for me. And that's trial and error. That takes trial and error. You kind of know as you go, but you also know as you communicate with God. So it becomes very clear, it becomes very confirming to know that this is the way I'm supposed to go, and my life is not going to look like the way you think my life should look. So that's, and I recognize that a lot of people will make suggestions or give advice from good places, like they have a good heart and they are coming from a good place and they want the best for you. I recognize that. I do. And I also recognize that my relationship with God is good, and we talk. And he knows the desires of my heart, so I feel pretty good about that. Moving on to the third. Last but not least, this is kind of a different way to feel left behind. In a more literal sense, I lost a loved one, a very close loved one, and I miss her. And I never experienced this kind of feeling before, where it feels final. Like when I last saw her, I knew that would be the last time I saw her. And it felt so final. I miss her and everything. So I do in a sense feel like she left me. She left me here. She kind of left me. But I know I'll see her again. I will see her again. But it's been tough. It's been tough to go about my day and then suddenly remember that she's not here anymore. So, because before it was like, I wasn't in the same location as her, but I knew that I could just call her, I knew I could just reach out to her, and now I can't do that, and it feels strange. So, yeah, when your loved one leaves this earth, it does kind of make you feel left behind, and it's caused me to kind of reassess my life and do some soul searching as well. Just kind of like, okay, what would make her proud? What would make her happy? That's all. That's kind of all I want to give from now on in my life is just good things, because that's what she did. She made everyone around her happier, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. But yeah. So yeah, three ways to feel left behind. Maybe one of these you know and you've experienced. And I hope it's clear, how to work through those ways of feeling left behind. Like just remembering, number one, that it's your decision on how close and connected you want to be with somebody. It's not fate, it's not just life, it's free choice, it's free will, and it just takes a decision. The second one is knowing who you are, knowing your values, will help you to not get sucked in to other people's expectations for you. I mean, listen, of course, with an open mind, but also know yourself. And then lastly, if you're feeling left behind because you've lost someone, just remember like what made them happy, and what kind of legacy they left behind, and try to continue that. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Greta Greta and I thank you for watching. You heard me? We thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for making it this far. Remember to please subscribe, like this video if you want other women to see videos like this, and hit the notification bell so you can see more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below what brought you to this channel, and I'm excited to make more videos. Have an amazing weekend, or whenever you're watching this. Thanks again. See you in the next video.